So today we are going to do our first chatting session, and I'm only trying this out, but I hope it's insightful and informative. Hopefully you can all learn something from this. It may not be the artist's intentions or expressions, but I'm interpreting it in my own way. I hope you'll get something out of this album as well. And if you do have comments or your own interpretation and perspectives to this album and the songs, please do leave your comments in the comment section below so that I can also read them and be inspired by what you think. Today I'm going to analyze the album Indigo by R.M. Kim Namjoon. I want to go through one song at a time so that we can really capture the main essence. I'm just going to list out some of the meaningful lyrics that I find from this album, break down and hopefully learn a lot from it. Now the first song is Yoon. There is one line that says, "You keep the silence, or you do something now." And this line says a lot because there are many self-improvement or business accounts that feature this particular quote. I mean, not exactly the same words, but the same meaning. So when you have a dream or goal to start something, this basically reminds us to just do it. If it's necessary to tell someone to help you with, for example, a business that you want to market, then that's necessary. But to be honest, you gotta stay silent about it for a while because more often than not, they tend to be naysayers before you even start something that you want to do. So that's not the most helpful thing because it will cause you to lose motivation and be distracted by any negative comments that bring you down. And when it finally comes to fruition and you think that it's something that you're proud of, that you want to share, then that's the time we don't have to keep the silence anymore. We can move forward and announce it to our close ones so that we can all share the joy of us actually starting something new on our own. So yeah, and also there is a line that he raps about. It says, "I want to be a human before I do some art." People tend to judge, it's not always about one specific method or outcome. More importantly, I think it's about the why, the intention, and the who, the person behind those artworks and creative projects. We should always learn to judge less and understand more because all of us are humans, right? We should make it easier for people to focus on becoming better in what they do, in what we do, because you're a human, I'm a human, everybody's human. There shouldn't be any segregation, there shouldn't be expectations. It puts a lot of pressure on that person. And that's why I feel that we should not force our opinions on others, and we should just try to understand each other and let's love one another more, shall we? And the next line is, "True beauty is true sadness, and now you can feel my madness." When you truly feel happiness, it brings out tears, just like sadness. I'm someone who experiences tears of joy when I'm overwhelmed with positive emotions, right? So this line really speaks to me. Similarly, fear and excitement also evoke the same physical reactions. For example, heart pumping, sweating, trembling, and that's really enthralling, right? I mean, we can totally turn things around, convert the negative energy into a positive one. And it's all mind over matter. It's a learning point for all of us because true beauty is true sadness, There's nothing wrong with either of them. Would you go for the plus or the minus? It all depends on the situation. So yeah, that's my takeaway from Yoon. And for the next song, it's Still Life. I'm still alive. You can lock me in a frame, I'm moving, yeah. It reminds me of how we can do almost anything if we set our minds to it. I mean, people walk steadily on a tightrope from one mountain to another. Some get so famous that they become global icons just by being themselves and loving what they do. And many move abroad to experience new lives and explore different worlds and cultures. It's very important for us to focus on building our confidence and moving forward with sincerity. We put our hearts and minds to it. So you can't lock me in the frame, I'm always moving. That's a good reminder. Earth Day's my day one, brother. Anyone can rewrite our narrative whenever we want to. Every day is a new day to be someone you wish to be. Every day can be something to look forward to. And this is an important message because nothing's stopping us, right? If you ever think of ways to right your wrong, to change your path, do it. Go, take action. A French philosopher once said, life is the C between the B and D. Which means life is the choice between birth and death. And life is all about choices. Why not we just choose a different option today, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe in a week? There's no deadline, there's no timeline for anybody. We all go on our own pace. Be mindful of where we're heading. Remember that every day can be our day one. Every day can be a fresh start. Every day will be a day that we cherish and live purposefully. Trendsetter, I'm a friend better. Well, yes, we see people setting trends and sharing viral videos, but do we know how they really feel deep down inside? Seeing is believing, but feeling is the truth. To be a friend to all kinds of people across Earth is a fascinating thing. Let our ego take a rest, be curious, and we'll find ourselves learning from eye-opening comments and intriguing discussions everywhere. As long as you're genuine and you act from your heart, I think people will gravitate towards you naturally. And of course, sincerity makes the very least person to be of more value than the most talented hypocrite. This quote reminds us to not be a fake and to always be honest with ourselves. All day. So in this age of algorithm, it's gotten much harder than before to have your own color and voice. Well, everyone's seeing so many different kinds of stuff online every day, right? Someone's art might not be valued as much as before the internet anymore, and someone's opinion might be unpopular if the majority of others say an opposing view. Somehow it's a test of whether we can be real and stay true to who we want to be, or will we be succumbed to the society's expectations? Step out to watch and learn from a broader view. So when you step out, you actually see things more clearly, and that enables you to let your brain juices get going. So it got me thinking, and at the same time, it expands my love to support small businesses and smaller creatives more than ever. Because these people put in so much effort with lesser budget, advertising, manpower, etc., just to bring out the best they can. Recognizing the sincere humans behind small brands would mean so much. That means a lot. No matter how small, we're all trying our best to make a difference in this world, yeah? Let's just do our best. Heavens have eyes, think about where do we want to invest our time, our money, our energy into. Forgetful. Things like walking alone or going to a park are really important in life. I can't agree more because this is so close to my heart. Whenever I travel, I always love to find places to trek, hike, and just admire the beauty of nature. I get to breathe in the fresh air and also feel how small I am among the trees, waters, and mountains. And to me, that's the key to finding peace in life. To believe that our problems can be solved, it's just as simple as that, acknowledging and being aware that we are just so small. I think we should be patient with ourselves, allow ourselves to slow down, train ourselves to think deeper and widen our perspectives. Be thankful for the little things so that we can prepare ourselves for much bigger things. Every moment I spend appreciating nature helps me to learn, grow, and be grateful. And I'm sure it happens to this artist as well. That's why I really like how he conveys all these into this album. In nature, everything is imperfect and everything is perfect. Look around. Closer. If things aren't meant to be for us, then I'm satisfied with what we have. Just stay where you are. This line got me thinking about how we should learn when to stop. It might be referring to romantic relationships here, but I think it also can be applied to just any human interaction. For example, if we don't see eye to eye about something, we can explain ourselves and hope that the other party would be enlightened with another perspective, but we should never ever expect them to follow our views immediately, right? It's not nice to be forced to believe in something that you didn't, and it's also not nice to be the one weighing down your own opinions on others. And so I think sometimes all we have to do is simply to accept that no two brains are the same. If we go any further, things might turn out ugly, and that's where conflicts start. A better option? Let's stay where we are. Listen, be aware, and grow. No hard feelings at all, you know. Sometimes we don't have to say anything at all. The tongue is so powerful. It can harm or heal. What's your choice? Change part 2. Things change, people change, everything change. It's no strange. That's the world's shape. Simple. Let's expect everything to change. Change is really the only constant. We hate change, but we are changing. We seem to love it so much, it's so contradictory. Our brains are working every second, you know. It is changing every second. The air we breathe in changes. The people we know will never stay exactly the same, physically, mentally, emotionally. I believe that change is inevitable. Change is here for good. We just have to make the right choices and change with the flow, you know, change for the better. Lonely. I'm alone on this island. Sometimes I do feel like I'm alone. I'm the only one left. I guess no one can understand you fully. So let's depend on ourselves to keep our heads up and stay afloat, okay? I'm trapped in myself. Sadness can be overwhelming at times. And I truly believe that we are made like this for a reason. It is okay to immerse ourselves in the emotion that we feel. For example, when I feel sad, sometimes I play hours of sad songs just to cry it all out. It doesn't have to be all smiles and sunshine every day. There are times when we feel low, and we should be grateful to be experiencing all the different kinds of emotions. Without sadness, we can never see the good side of things, right? It all lies in our mindset. Which feeling do we want to dig deeper into? Can we choose to be strong and move on after a night of tears? With so much negativity around the world, should we review our brain's dictionary or thesaurus? Think about our mental word bank. What options do we have? Do we choose negative words all the time? Which emotion do we want to amplify? We are absolutely capable of manipulating our brains. Ultimately, we all want to live a content life. We are the limiting factor in our own lives. So, what do we do? Hectic. If boring is a pain, how should we do this game? Keep on thinking and thinking. Why is this happening to me? I did not choose to be born. I did not sign up for this. These are some thoughts that some of us might have thought about at some point in life. It's not as if we can change our fate like the final scene in The Butterfly Effect, you know. We cannot actually decide to strangle ourselves before we were even born. So what's the next best thing to do since we are already out in this world? What kind of life do we want? This will keep us thinking for a bit. Wildflower. I'm like a wildflower that is just blooming in the meadow. Compelling, lovely metaphor. Just a tiny matter. This is exactly what everyone should be aware of. You know, we're just a wildflower in the field full of others. This song is not about comforting your heart, it's about exploding all the emotions. We need this explosion of emotions, you know, we really do. Oftentimes we neglect how our hearts are feeling. And this is something that's easily taken for granted. It always puzzles me. Why do people want to hurt others? Why can't we just live peacefully? We are social beings. We need to socialize sometimes, and it's nice to just have someone who's not judging you, someone who's just listening to what you have to say, and vice versa. Never-ending questions unanswered. That's life. Let's accept it. Accept that things aren't perfect. Life goes on. I do wish me a lovely night. At the end of the day, we only have ourselves. We die alone at the end. Be kind to yourself, you know. Forgive yourself for being imperfect. When you're kind to you, you allow yourself to be kind to others. Wishing yourself a lovely night and wishing the others the same is what we should do. Society's all for the loudest voice. And here I am, still speaking silence. You know, just be happy with yourself. No one cares more about you more than yourself. Number 2. You're not that special, yeah? I won't cry at these words anymore. I smile. Expect nothing. If someone does call you special, that's a perk. Remember, you are human, just like everybody else. Just a speck of dust within the galaxy.
Just a speck of dust within the galaxy.
These remaining lives stay like a bonus, yeah? No looking back. The past is done. Relish and cherish the present. Look forward to the future and have one hell of a ride. This may not be appropriate for children because profanities are used, but I really like that because it actually intensifies the feelings that he has and the feelings that he wants to express. So, should you listen to this album? Definitely 100p, go for it. RM Kim Namjoon is someone I really admire. I really hope that I can be like him. Being in the pop culture is not easy, but I think he manages it well, and I really like that he's here to share whatever things he loves. Just by looking at his Instagram page, you know that he's very into art and museums. And I really like the fact that he brought his music into the museum. So if you don't know, he actually performed at Deer Beacon, which is so amazing, because to me, that's not something that any artist would do, you know. It's really admirable, and I'm so grateful to be able to see that, to be able to see music and art combining and coming together. It's just wonderful. It's so marvelous. I also love the fact that languages can bring people together and stop the segregation between different races, different cultures. I just find it really inspiring. I'm so glad that there's an artist like RM Kim Namjoon who believes that we're all humans and there should be equality. We should all have the right to speak our minds and just spread positivity around the world. It's wishful thinking, but maybe someday I would meet him in person and be able to pick his brain and, you know, just chat over the essential things that really matter in life. Thank you for investing your time in this. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned a thing or two or more. Till then, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you. You can see that I'm making an effort here, dressing in denim aligned with the album title, Indigo. It's not exactly indigo color, but I hope you know what I mean. Go and have a listen to his album, Indigo. I'm sure the best is yet to come.